Is it recording yet? Oh. Oh, Jesus. Welcome back, everybody. Sorry about that. I don't know what's going on right now. Yeah, so, how's everybody doing? I'm going to angle this down a little bit. No, it's been a few days. I've been pretty busy with life. But today, got another beer to do. This is from the last Ingenious release. This is the Boysen Blue, blueberry and boysenberry jelly-filled donut cream ale. Boysen Blue, May 4th, 2020. All right. So, a little description: cream ale, blueberries, boysenberry jam, glazed donuts. 10% of proceeds, bless you, will be donated to local charities supporting our everyday heroes. 5.5% alcohol by volume. Yeah. Anyway, so I haven't had this yet. My buddy Jordan went out to the release. We did drink some of the other ones from the release that I didn't get to review. I'll talk about that during the video. Invisible Enemy, Double Shift. And yeah, so... and then we had the cherry... whatever. The cherry one. And then I still have the coffee one to do. So anyway, yeah, so let's get into it and start talking. So, been a few things going on. Since the last time I did a review. We had the another Baba release. That was kind of crazy. I haven't done one of those online releases in a while. And fresh at 10, nothing coming up. Fresh, and that was like every 30 seconds or so. And then finally popped up and everything was gone. Everything was gone except for the hazy IPA. So Baba's still not quite there with production levels, and I guess the hype is still pretty crazy on those smoothie sours, but we had another Urban South release. I didn't go to that. Just, got the kid, was off with the wife, built a breakfast table thing. I've got a dresser I'm working on. Anyway. Yeah, so a few releases. Spindletap's got a putt-putt golf course, and people were mad about something. Life is crazy. Looks pretty cool, though. Anyway. Check out this guy. It's got a pretty nice, deep, purpley blue hue to it. Looks boyseny, bluey, blueberry-ish. Check out the aroma on this guy. Hey, I'm definitely getting the berries on this. So glazed donuts. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get per se glazed donuts. They just kind of have that bready, sugary type of flavor to them. It's not exactly unique to itself. But yeah, so far, I mean, it's really just the blueberries and the boysenberries. I mean, there's definitely some sugar content to it. I'm not really getting... I'd say maybe there's a hint of acidity. I'm actually a little surprised. If this is a little tart, I think that would be pretty cool, but... yeah, just lots of berries. Check it out. Cheers. Oh yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty tasty. So it's right in cream ale fashion. I'm not saying it's thin. It's going to be a little lighter bodied. The berries come out, but they're not like super intense, right? So if you're expecting the smoothie style stuff, it's not quite like that. And you could tell from the body too as I poured it out that it just wasn't going to be smoothie like. Jordan did open a can, though. It must have been at the bottom because it was just sludge. It was pretty much just sludge with, the head was almost the entire glass. It was kind of weird. But this one looks to be fine. So, yeah, getting that kind of that milk sugar type quality to it. If it didn't say it had glazed donuts, I couldn't tell you it had glazed donuts in it. But there is kind of a little bit more pronounced bready sweetness to it that's maybe not just indicative of standard lactose sugar or something in a cream ale. There's really no acidity. It's on the sweeter side. Searching for any kind of bitterness or anything. It doesn't feel too sweet. Like, it's sweet, but it doesn't feel sugary or cloying or anything like that. I can't say there's really any bitterness. it almost feels like there's a slight, just like hint of it, just to kind of mellow it out on the back end to keep it from being too sweet. But then again, the body's a little bit lighter, so it doesn't really have that kind of. If it was a much heavier body, it would, have probably a higher sugar content to it, and it would feel pretty sweet. But the thinness of it, now I'm saying it's thin, but the thinness of it compared to what it could be, definitely keeps that in check. Carbonation is nice on it, lightly effervescent, cream ale. Cream ale, like, I don't know. It's what you would expect from drinking a cream ale. Anyway, pretty tasty, pretty good stuff. I think this is might be my favorite cream ale that they've done. They've done some good ones, but I always feel like I'm not a big lactose sugar guy, so I feel like it's usually a little bit too much for me. Sometimes not with them, but people do cream ales and they'll aggressively hop it a little more to kind of balance it out. And I hate that juxtaposition a lot, where you have a little bit too much bitterness, a little bit too much sugar. This doesn't have that, but the berries and probably even the donuts themselves kind of give it this nice, more, I wouldn't say dessert-like, but in a sense for being a cream ale, which is a little bit easier drinking. So I think it's pretty awesome. 4.25, I think we're going to go on this one. Maybe a little higher, but probably 4.25-ish. So yeah, pretty awesome stuff. So 6.5 minutes, I'll talk a little bit more. I didn't get to review the other two, so I'll talk about them real quick. So Invisible Enemy was really, really good. So that was the 14% Imperial Stout aged in Blanton's barrels for 14 months. And with coconut and marshmallow. And it was pretty well balanced, honestly. I kind of expected a huge sweet coconut bomb, and I really like coconut, so I could have actually used a little more coconut myself, because that's like one of the things that I just want to be a ton of. But not too heavy on it, not too heavy on the sweetness either. It had a really nice, like, chocolatey syrup, Hershey's feel to it without being cloying, without being too hard to drink through. It actually had a little bit more carbonation to it than some of their previous releases in the bottles. So it's not overcarbed or anything. But things, when you compare it to like barrel aged the ice cream sundae, like super low carb. The Madness series had super low carb. Most of the ones that came out were pretty low. Some of them a little too low, and this one's a little bit higher than I think, like the maple bourbon blueberry and the king cake, the bourbon barrel king cake, maple bourbon king cake, whichever one that was. I didn't think I reviewed that one yet. I don't think I reviewed any of those on here yet. I saw bottles. Anyway, but it kind of made it a little bit easier to drink. So super awesome. I gave that one a 4.75. If you have bottles of that, I would say that they're not coconut or vanilla bombs from what I got. You might have bottle variation there, but I don't think it's something worth sitting on. I would probably drink them sooner than later, just because with the intensity of that Hershey's chocolate type character to it, I think it's going to become a little bit savory. It's going to develop a pretty big soy character down the road. So I think it's good as it is, but that's quite a little bit down the road. Anyway, let me finish this. You know what? Let me just pause it real quick. All right. He rolled himself over and then started complaining about it. So anyway, so that one was really good. We did the double shift. That was the New England IPA that they did for it. I thought that was perfect. However, I'm a very big fan of New England IPAs that are released being very heavily astringent with that hop burn, that really grassiness, or really over-the-top grassiness, whatever. I like them like that. I want them to be like that for as long as possible. And I know most people aren't a fan of that and want them to kind of mellow out and not have that astringency and that kind of hop burn character. So I can see why it was hovering around that 4 rating on Untapped. I thought it was perfect because that's just the way I like them. So Ingenious, please at least keep doing some of them like that. If you can just do all of them like that, that'd be great for me because I'll buy them all the time. But I get it. So that one for me was super awesome. I mean, it hit all the right notes of a New England IPA, but it just had that over the top hop burn, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. So if you have crowlers of that, You might still even want to sit on those if you don't like that about them. Yeah, we had the cherry sour with vanilla. It was pretty good. It's not smoothie like, you know, but nice cherry flavor acidity. Didn't have that kind of Robitussin like quality to it. Um, Vanilla was prominent, so it kind of I don't know. I would say balance, but I don't think it needed it. But it was kind of gave an interesting, touch to the cherry-like acidity. Okay. Anyway, I think that'll be good for this one. So as always, cheers. Timmy out. Catch you guys later. See you in the bathroom.